Alright, I have moved the linkage at the control horns from the center hole to the bottom hole to soften up the elevator a little bit. So let me start my flight timer, and we'll get this little XK A180 Brushless Micro F22 in the air again. 60% throttle, seemed to work pretty well. Okay, once again I have it in low rate mode and I have it in 6G mode for launch. So let's get it in the air. Let's see how the controls feel now. Oh yeah, definitely has softened it up a bit. Yeah, the ailerons are not nearly as abrupt as they were. I'm kind of surprised. Just moving that down one hole softened it up that much. That feels pretty good. Let's see what our turn rate is going the other direction. Am I getting more to the right than the left? Yeah, it looks like a little bit more to the right than the left, and that may be because of motor torque. Okay, so let's bring it over here and gain a little altitude and put it into 3-axis mode again now that we've got the elevator softened, or the aileron and the elevator softened up a little. Okay, so whoa, we are in 3-axis mode now. Ooh. Okay, so there was a roll out of it, but it was pretty iffy. In 3G mode, the ailerons are still just really, really twitchy. Let's see something else here. Oh, just did do a loop with it. Yeah, so I think I am going to go ahead and adjust that linkage again. It is much easier to hang on to now in 3G mode than it was for certain, but it is still pretty twitchy on the controls. Oh, there was a better loop. Yeah, so it does have enough power. It's just that you've got to really input a little bit of elevator. Alright, so I want to come back through here with it. I've still got it in 3-axis mode. I want to come back through here with it again at full speed and see what the roll looks like. Okay, so here we go. We're at full throttle. Okay, so that's pretty lethargic. I've got it way out there now. Okay, so we are still in 3-axis mode here. Need a little back pressure on the elevator in the turns. It does want to drop the nose a little bit. But much more controllable than it was just moving that linkage from the center hole in the control horn to the outermost hole on the control horn. Still got it in 3-axis mode. Okay. Alright, so I switched it back into 6G mode now. So that was a huge improvement, guys. I love just cutting the throttle on it and letting it glide. But no, that was a huge improvement. You still have a pretty good turn radius, even after softening that up. But I'm going to soften it up even more, because I would like to fly it mostly in 3-axis mode, 3D mode, then in 6G mode. So I'm going to make another adjustment on the linkage and move the linkage from the servo arm to the outer hole to the inner hole. And I think that the servo arms only have 2 holes, and right now it's in the outer hole, so that will soften up the controls even more for 3-axis mode. But then I think we might have it. You know, with this toy grade transmitter, being able to maneuver much more smoothly in 3D mode or 3-axis mode than what we can do currently. But it was a huge improvement. I have to say that was a huge improvement from where it was. But softening it up even more, I think, will make an even bigger difference. Nice looking little F22 though. Yeah, I think maybe I need to check out the elevons to make sure they're completely flush with each other, because it does look like I'm getting more turn authority going to the right than I am getting to the left. Quite a bit more. Here's my turn to the right. Okay, you see that? And now here's my turn to the left. Same throttle setting. Much wider going to the left than going to the right. So I'll have to figure that out. Whee! Alright, let's bring it in. Let's bring it in close and slow again. And I know it's hard to see, especially with a little bit of cloud cover. Oh, and there goes my timer. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I have a 350 milliamp hour 2S LiPo in it right now. Okay, so let's bring it back around and land it. Got a loose altitude. Oh, it's on its wheels. They won't roll on this dirt, but it's on its wheels. All right, let me turn off my timer. All right. So that was a huge improvement from where we started. That is for sure. Because I could, you know, with the default linkage setup on it, I was having a hard time holding on to it last time out on its maiden flight with it in 3D mode or 3-axis mode. And so just moving those control rods to the outer hole on the control horns from the middle hole really made a huge difference. So what I want to do now is I want to move the control rods from the outer hole on the servo arm to the inner hole on the servo arm, and then test it again. See you in a bit. Well, I was going to adjust this linkage out here in the field, but they have drilled out the hole on the servo arm where they have the linkage. So in order to get that switched again, I'm going to have to drill out the hole a little bit on the servo arm. So, but I thought I would go ahead and get it back in the air again, just to get a little more practice with it. Let's bring it out here, low rate, 6G mode for launch, 60% throttle, wind is shifted, so we're going to throw it in this direction. Here we go. And that is in 6G mode. Climbing a little bit in the wind. Keep it out of the sun. I think those LEDs are kind of cool. Very maneuverable in 6G mode. And I don't know if I can bind this up to a OpenTX transmitter, but I'm definitely going to have to find out. Woo! That buzzed the tower, didn't it? Okay, so let's gain a little altitude. We'll put it into 3D mode again, 3-axis mode. Yeah, we're climbing going into the wind a bit there. We're going downwind right now. Okay, so now we have it in 3-axis mode. Yep, definitely do. Much more maneuverable, but you gotta be careful with it. It's pretty twitchy on the controls. Okay, so let's bring it back through here. Coming upwind, coming into the wind here real quick. Alright, here we go. That wasn't too bad for a loop, was it? I wanted you guys to see that from the side so that you could see how wide of a loop it was. That wasn't bad at all. So it's got sufficient power to do maneuvers with it like big loops. That one wasn't so good. I didn't have enough speed. But it'll be a lot better once I get the linkage switched again to the inner hole on the servo arm instead of the outer hole. Soften it up even more. Let's see. That wasn't too bad. That was going downwind. Back off the throttle a little bit and see if we can fly it around a little more slowly in 3G mode. We are still in 3G mode, guys. Over top of the truck. It's twitchy. It is twitchy. Yeah, bring it back over here. Gets a little twitchier at slow speed. It'd help if I had a softer touch on the controls, but I do not. We are still in 3G mode. Okay, I'm going to switch it. There we go. Okay, so now we're in 6G mode. Oh, there's my timer. Okay. Thought I heard something. Okay, so we won't be landing on the main road. We're going to land on this dirt road again. We got somebody coming through. Oh, almost. Okay, so I'm wanted to get a little more practice on it in 3D mode or 3G mode. It does have sufficient power to do some pretty wide loops with it, so that's awesome. I also need to check into it and see that if I can bind up to this with an OpenTX transmitter, because that would be absolutely fantastic. So now that I know that I need to drill out that hole on the servo arm, before I bring it back out next time, I will have that completed. I will have that linkage moved to the inner hole on the servo arm to soften that up even more. If that has as much of effect on softening up the controls as it did moving the linkage at the control horn, I think we might be in business with it in 3G mode. So anyway, stay tuned for that. I'll be bringing it back out after that adjustment, and I will know before I bring it back out again if we can actually fly it with an OpenTX transmitter. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.